Hello and welcome everybody to today's training session. We're so happy to have you here. Today we're going to be talking about 5 hot summer strategies for a cooling market with our host Darryl Davis. So we're super excited to see what Darryl has to share. As you guys are coming into the room, please use that Q&A panel there to tell us where you're from and what you hope to get out of today. We'd love to see that. If you're brand new to our training series, let us know that so we can welcome you effectively and efficiently. That's also where you're going to put any questions you might have today. We are going to be taking those at the end. So if you don't have to bounce at the top of the hour, stick around. We are going to be doing some coaching, taking your questions, answering those questions at the top of the hour. Hello, Paula. Thanks from Flushing. Thanks for kicking us off. Y'all be like Paula. Tell us where you're from, what you hope to get out of today. What about this topic made you go, yep, this is me. This is what I need to see right now. If we have any power agents on the line, let us know. We like to say hello and give you guys a shout out. If you see that little button, that red button that says handouts, you can click on that and that will give you a workbook so you can write down any strategies you have from today. As I said, if you are brand new to our series, let us know as well so we can give you a proper hello. Hey, Chris from Central Virginia. Welcome, welcome. Don't be shy. Step right up. No secret agents here. Use that Q&A panel to tell us where you're from and what you hope to get out of today. Hey, Ronald from Lakewood Ranch, Florida. Welcome. Darryl's going to be joining us in just a moment. We are going to be
I'll join you now because I can see it's a quiet group.
I know they were so engaging last week. This is a quiet crowd.
Well, last week was probably a better group. Little peer pressure.
Smack the beehive.
So, yep, here they come. Now they're all engaging. Hey, Karen from California. See, listen, look at Karen. She's up and engaging. It's California. It's earlier there. She's all wide awake and bushy, bright-eyed tail. What's that expression? Bushy tail?
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
There you go. She's that.
We've got Bob from Babylon. We've got a lot of alliteration. I like that. Karen from California. Californians, they're showing us up here. Ron says, what do you mean by that?
Ron, I really don't know.
We got Igor from Boston. We got Susie says, thanks ahead for today, Darryl. Oh, that's nice. Susie,
come on. That's Susie. That's so nice. I've never had anybody thank me in advance.
I love that, though.
That's so great. Well, geez, now I better be good.
You better bring your A game today.
I'm gonna bring it on for Susie.
Because you're getting thanked already. I like it. Scott said, I'm coming back, Darryl.
I know Scott. I know Scott well. And nice. I'm glad you're coming back, Scott. So here we are, buddy. Let's use today as recommitment time.
That's right.
Awesome.
Springboard for success. We got Phyllis from Charlotte, Mary Bundeck in the house, power agent. Donna from Houston.
Mary, I'm going to show your face again today.
Nice. Sarah, we did not. Tom, and I'm in California, busy this AM for 3 hours already. Do I run on New York time? Love it. Mark said, I'll take the bait. Hello from Nassau County, New York. I love it. See, it just takes you coming in here and smacking the beehive.
Nassau County. I was just in Nassau to see the premiere of that movie we were just talking about. I was in Belmore. And that's where I was, which is in Nassau County. I'm putting my phone on airplane mode because you all are that important.
I love it.
Can you imagine the middle of a webinar? Hang on a second, I got a phone call.
You know, I'm amazed at how many people do that on the planes now. Like they don't turn their phone up; they just keep talking until the flight attendant practically takes it out of their hand.
Well, this the world has become an interesting place over the past few years.
It has indeed.
Yeah. All right. Let me get I'm getting my slides. Whoops. Sorry. You can't say that. I'm getting my slides ready, Julie.
Excellent. As we do that.
And let me see here. I'll go like this and this. Sorry, gang. I just got a lot of clicking to do here to get ready.
No worries. You guys can keep putting where you're from and what you hope to get out of today. If you're brand new to our webinar series, we'd love to see that as well. And if you're a power agent, give us a shout out. We'd love to see that too.
Yep.
We are going to be publishing those. That's a great way for you to introduce yourself to your fellow agents as we get started here. Hello, Kay. Hello, Erwin. Hello, Barbara. Hello, John. Hello, Loretta. Hello,
Okay.
Donna. You ready?
I'll be ready. Yep.
I'll be ready. All right. I'll be ready too. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, which is the 5 hot summer strategies for a cooling market with our host with the most, Darryl Davis. To get the most from today's session, we want you to take really good notes, and we want you to use that Q&A panel there to ask any questions you might have at any time during the webinar. Don't stress if we don't take them right away. We are going to be taking those at the end. If you want to reach us at any time after today's session, you can reach us on all social media channels at Darryl Speaks. Darryl's the author of 3 books, all published by McGraw-Hill Publishers. That first one you see there, How to Become a Power Agent in Real Estate, is actually one of the best-selling books to agents on Amazon. Darryl was named this year by Risk Media Magazine as one of the top real estate newsmakers and influencers, his 4th year in a row. And he's also the recipient of the coveted CSP designation, which is only given to less than 2% of speakers worldwide. On that note, Darryl, I can't wait to hear what you have to share.
Thank you, Julie. I was smiling while we were talking because, you know, you and I have been doing these weekly webinars now since the pandemic. So we're going for a few years. And I realized that your opening and the slides has not changed pretty much that whole entire time. And you're starting to sound like that voice announcement, maybe on the tram at Disneyland, about the announcements and stuff. And it actually sounds good and fun. And anyway,
I used to be so scared though to do it. I was so nervous to do your intro.
You were so scared.
I wrote it down. I practiced it. It was ridiculous. Thank God you're the one in front of the audiences, not me. I'm the gal behind the curtain.
Yes, you are, but you sound great now all the time. All right. Sorry, gang, just a little banter between Julie and I. So let's get started because, this market, some of you may let me just stop. Some of you may experience that this market for you is gotten even more challenging. And the good news that I will tell you, and I just read something that I didn't have enough time to create a slide for because I just read it before we logged on, that new construction is way up. And that's perhaps, there's a lot of reasons why the market has been challenging for us as far as the number of listings and the demand and things selling quickly. We all thought interest rates going up would have slowed things down. It really hasn't. So there's a lot of things that influence our market, but perhaps the number one thing is new construction. New construction is what generates people wanting to move from their current home into that new home. So if they don't have that new home to go to at a good interest rate because builders get better deals, then they're going to stay where they are. And so anyway, there's I think what we're going to see in the coming months is a new boom for us. And what I'm going to share with you, the things going to help you plant the seeds to get you ready for that. But let me go back to the slide. So that was just off the cuff real quick with you. I want to address this question. Some of you, this is your first time on this webinar that we do every week. We do it every week for our coaching members. They're called power agents. And so some of you on this call, we label you as a guest. And we're so excited that you as a guest are here. The reason why I'm just distinguishing that, because from time to time, I may have a sidebar conversation with one of our power agents to tell them where something is in the site. So I just want you to understand when that happens. Also, though, as a guest, you have an opportunity, if you want to become a power agent, to sign up for this ridiculously great value program. It's not for everybody, so some of you would just not be interested. It's not for you. But for those of you that this speaks to your heart, everything you see on that screen there send it to you today, including a copy of this training. Sorry, let me go back to that slide. So if you decide that you want to get these bonuses at the end, you just sign up and we'll email it right to you. It's already programmed into the automated email system to send you these gifts, and they're quite awesome. Now, okay, everybody should take a screenshot of this no matter what, because we created this group at the beginning of the year. It's a new group. It's our inner circle. These are for people that have attended any of my trainings, such as you. And if you go to that group, join that group, it's a way to stay connected with me and my company and the training that we do. Okay. Just a little bonus gift for you. Last thing I'm going to tell you is this session, there's two ways that I teach these webinars. One is one way I may go wide on a topic, meaning I'll cover a lot of different things. Some sessions I'll go really super deep. So a deep example would be if I was teaching how to do the listing appointment, I would just focus on the listing appointment. If I'm teaching how to call FSBOs and expireds, I would just cover that. Today's session, I'm going wide. Now, we labeled the session the 5 essential strategies for what you need in this market. But I decided in creating it, I went a different way. First of all, you're going to get more than 5 strategies. I hope that's okay. What I decided to do is I created 3 separate mini business plans for the summer based on your level of production. So for example, if level 1, if you're an agent that has really no listings, minimal sales, I'm going to give you suggestions for you based on that. Because somebody who's at level 1, if one thing is money is going to be a concern. So they're not going to I would not recommend to an agent at level 1 to spend money on buying leads or doing social media advertising. There's other ways to generate business with $0 invested. If you're a level 2 agent, meaning you've got some listings, but you've got some sales on the books, money's up and down, well, then I'm going to have some other suggestions for you that would be appropriate to you. And of course, if you're a level 3, where you're a top agent, you have more options as to what you can do. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the first level 3, 2, and then finish off with level 1. So level 3, if you're an agent that has a really successful business and you have steady cash flow, and even some folks that have at this level, they may see it less this year than what they've seen last year or the year before, because this year has been much more challenging because of the inventory being so incredibly low, and depending where you are in the country. But when I think about our students, Annette Mina, for example, I just saw her that we went to a movie premiere, my wife and I, and Annette was there. And so we got to sit together and get caught up, which was pretty awesome. But Annette is one of the top agents in the Douglas Elliman company. And she started, when she started her business back in 1993, she was actually one of our first power agents. And she built a business so successful that all of her business now is referral business. So I want to give you some suggestions on how, especially if you have that referral business, how to work it, okay? One of the things I'm going to suggest that you do, by the way, one other thing I want to say, even if you're not at a level 3, some of these concepts could still work for you. So I want you to still listen for the value. Let me say that again. If you are a level 1 or 2A, I don't want you to turn off right now and say, okay, I'll wait till he gets to my level. All right. I want you to listen for the concept and perhaps how you can get some other value. So that way it'll still be powerful for you. And here's an example. So schedule out all your events. So if, let's say, regardless of the level you are, you want to have a marketing campaign for the next 6 months. The best thing to do is create a chart like this. Now, power agents, you have this chart in the classroom of the power program. If you just search, because we have a search function in the classroom, if you just search chart or campaign, you'll find this. But you'll see over to the left, it says print advertising, marketing update, neighborhood market report, door knocking, canvassing. What you can do is schedule out where you're going to put your energy, where you're going to put your money in planting those seeds and staying in front of people in your market. Another suggestion you can do is we have that's called the past client marketing calendar. And let me go through some of these examples. So these are people that you've closed business with. Now, you don't have to do every one of these months. Let me just tell you something. When you have people, so I'm going to give you extra material. This is for everybody. Listen, when you have groups of people that don't know, it's good, Julie. That's good, Julie. Okay. Julie just gave me a note to tell you something. Hang on. When you have two groups of people, one group is people that don't know you at all, right? Your farm area. Those people, you need to contact them on a month-to-month basis. Because after 5 to 7 times, the Direct Marketing Association said that after seeing your name, face, and what you do for a living 5 to 7 times, it starts to sink in. After they see your name, face, what you do for a living after 5 to 7 times, it starts to sink in, and then they'll start paying attention and maybe even reach out to you. But people that you've already done business with, they already know who you are. All you need to do is keep reminding them. So when you're talking about past clients, people you've done business with, you don't have to contact them every month. Every 3 months might work. At the most, I think every 60 days. Now, if you put them into a newsletter campaign that's sending out e-newsletters, or you're sending out just regular mail, like newsletter in the mail, that's fine. But when I'm talking about stuff like this that I'm going to show you, Julie, just leave that up there for me. I'll get to it when it's a good time to say it. You've got here past client marketing calendar, January closing statement, February updated CMA, March tax tips, CAC, that stands for Central Air Conditioning Certificate, Mother's Day mailing referral. So you don't have to do all of these, but some of you may decide to because they're not expensive. January, let me explain that. That's a one-off thing that you would do. So what happens is, let's say, what month are we in? Whatever month we're in right now. Let's say you have a closing today. What you do is you take that HUD form and you put a cover letter to it. Power Agents, we have that cover letter for you for the HUD statement. And you put it in an envelope. And here's what the letter says. Dear Hannah, congratulations for buying your house last year. And close, what you'll find is a HUD closing statement. This is really important for your taxes, to get tax benefits. Make sure you give this to your accountant. They'll know what to do with it. If you need anything, I'm here for you. Just a phone call away. It was great working with you guys. Bada bing. So every closing you have throughout the year, you get a copy of the closing statement, you print out that cover letter, you stick it in an envelope, you seal it, you address it, you stamp it, and you put it in a box. You do that in February, March, April, May, and then January 2nd, you take the entire box of all your closed deals that you did those letters, and you put them in the mail to people. They got a copy of the HUD statement. They probably lost it, and it doesn't even matter. The whole purpose is just to touch. This is all about keeping your name, face, what you do for a living in front of your past clients. Let me give you some other tips. So schedule out your events, client appreciation party. So those of you that have done business with you before, people that you've done business with before, you may put together some appreciation party for them. This was one of our Power Agents, Larry Gardner. He had this is from last year. What he did was he rented the Marine Park. It's a bar restaurant thing. Got sponsors, promoted it, free pizza, ice cream, come down, let's hang out. Mary Buddendeck, by the way, Mary Buddendeck is on the call. Shout out to Mary. This is her flyer she did last year. Mary's movie night event. It's finally back, June 17th. Cinemark at the Green. You know, some of these movie theaters you can rent out pretty inexpensive. They're not one of those major brands, of one of those mom and pop places. So Mary, by the way, how did that go, that movie night? Did they like it? Did they appreciate it? Write it in the chat. Here's something I'm going to share with you now. I talked about this a couple of times in the past few webinars, and the reason why I'm bringing it up again is I really want to make sure Power Agents, you do this, and that is the Trunk or Treat event. The trunk or treat event, for those of you who don't know what it is, because when I first heard about this a few years ago, I didn't know it existed, and I thought I was a great dad. What a trunk or treat concept is, so if I didn't know it, I'm going to assume somebody else listening doesn't know. What the concept is you get your community together and you tell them, listen, we're going to be at this parking lot at this date at this time. Instead of the kids going from door to door on Halloween, they go from trunk to trunk, you see. And this is what some of these trunks look like, right? So here, now what happens is everybody decorates their trunks, and the kids go from car to car and and get their little bags filled and da-da-da. Now, here's what's great about this, is you've got your entire farm area in a parking lot where you get to meet all the owners in the neighborhood. It's a nice, fun event to do for the neighbors. So your whole farm area is coming to you into this one parking lot. It's a great PR. One of our power agents, the CEO of Lab Code Agents, Tristan, he said this is one of his most favorite things to do. So what we did, power agents, we created a guide for you on how to promote the trunk or treat. And in the guide, it gives you the letter, the flyers, the system, the whole 9 yards. It's an incredible, powerful event. I highly recommend you guys start planning for the trunk or treat now, because there's a lot you can do for this, and it's a big bang for the buck. Now, because it was so successful, what we did is said, what if we created a parking lot party guide for any event, whether it's for 4th of July, Memorial Day, blah, blah, blah. So we got crazy, my team, and we created a second guide on how to do any party in a parking lot, how to get volunteers, how to get them to sign up. All right. So anyway, we said schedule your events, do a client appreciation party, support the schools. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of ideas on how to support the school system in your community. What do they say that expression is? The quickest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Well, the quickest way to a parent's heart is through the children. And I want to give you a couple of ideas that I really love. And I personally love children. So anything that can contribute to the school system, to kids, I think is an awesome thing. One of the things you can do is have a school supply event. So let me show you some old screenshots of some events. This public school, what they did was a backpack fundraiser. For every $3 donated, a backpack with school supplies would be donated to one of the public school kids. So this was a foundation. They had a QR code, they collected money. There's this company I'm sure you've heard of, or not company, but this group called Operation Backpack. Operation Backpack is a great organization where you can use that platform to also give back to your community. Also, there's if you were to Google charity or fundraiser kits, that's it. You'll find, here's an example of one. It's called the Goodies Factory. And they have all of these. They have cookies, they have candy, they have nuts, and Essentially what they do is they put together for you a fundraising program where they give you the product, they give you the sign-up forms, and they give you the way to raise the money, and they process the money, they deliver the thing. So in other words, you can find one of these companies, go to the school system, say, I like to do a fundraiser for it, whatever they're fundraising for. Schools are always short money. They're always looking to raise money, whether it's for a school trip or whether it's for school supplies, whatever. And you can spearhead this. I think this is an awesome idea. One of my other favorite ideas is this sponsoring the school folder. Now, let me just share. I don't think there's a parent here that doesn't understand this. So in the school system, I'm assuming this is true about every school system. There's a homework folder that the teacher on Monday puts all of the homework assignments in a folder. And that folder, the child comes home, and then the parent opens up the folder, and in the folder is the assignments for the week that the kid needs to do. Some of it may be digitized, but still the kids still have to do paperwork, right? So this folder goes back and forth. It's like an inter-office mail. So that's the school folder, right? One of the things you can do is actually sponsor this school folder. You talk to the principal and say, I'd like to sponsor this for the school or for my kid's class or whatever. Now, I searched and found this company for you. It's called Schoolmate. Now, Schoolmate, you see it right there. There's the school folders. And what they could do is they put the school folder, the school name on it and the logo, but somewhere in the folder, maybe on the back, maybe on the one on the lips, you put on there, sponsored by, bada bing, you. And you want to be subtle with it. You could say the Davis family, your local realtor, and your phone number or something. You could be subtle, but you sponsored it. Now, this company, by the way, I'm just going to go deviate for 1 second. Schoolmate. I don't know if you can see it there. Let me circle this here. Well, can I say? Here it is. It also has other things, the folders, wall calendars, student publishing. It says fundraising. This is new. They didn't have this before. So they have fundraising too. So when I found this, I'm going to share this with you guys. So this Schoolmate could be one place where you can get a few different options. Now, let me show you the school folder. The price, I just downloaded this yesterday for you to get the most up-to-date price. If you look at 500 pieces at the full color stock cover design, you're looking at, go multicolor, go to the other one. Let's say it's $1.43. So that's going to cost you, if it's $2 a thousand, it costs you less than $750 for 500 folders that you sponsor. To me, that's a great investment. Because the shelf life, that parent is touching that friggin' folder every day for the entire school year. I love this idea. To me, that is a big bang for the buck. Now, I just did an aside, when I was poking around the website, I found this thing that they got there too. It says publish. Let me see, publish. Let me go back. You see where it says there, where it's circled? It says over to the right, it says fundraising. But right next to it says student publishing. Let me show you this. What they will do is they'll publish kids. So if you've got kids who do drawings and stuff, they will take the kids' drawings and put it in a book for the kids. Almost like a coffee table book or something of artwork of the kids. I just thought that was so cool. Anyway, check it out, Schoolmate. All right, there you go. Let's go on to the next thing. So support the schools. Now, Smile Stops. Now, here's what a Smile Stop is for those of you who don't know. A lot of power agents know what a Smile Stop is. It's where you go with your past clients. You visit them face to face, and the reason why we call it Smile Stops is because you're putting a smile on their face. But there's an acronym for SMILE. It's about service. You're meeting face to face. You inquire about how they're doing. Let them talk. You leave behind a token of gratitude, and then you elevate the relationship. So that's the acronym for SMILE. So here's one of our power agents, Beth. What she did is she has these cookies. She puts it in a container. She wraps it up. And great success with this. She did it in honor of Flag Day. And then Steel Magnolias Realty, she just posted this. These are 4th of July. She's getting ready to deliver these for 4th of July. So many of my clients will be out of town next week, so she's starting it early. And they get a gnome steak and a mini cake. I actually zoomed in on this so you can see it. So it's a pretty big damn cake over here. That it's kind of cool. I mean, I would love one of these actually. Betty and Bobby, the 4th of July is celebrating the red, white, and blue parades, fireworks, and gatherings. That is what we do. Buying or selling your home, we are here for you. So she put a little rhyme, and she's got the little gnome guy at the bottom there with the little card. This is great. This is fun stuff. You know what I love about the Smile Stops? It also puts a smile on your face. So we have 7 ideas for a Smile Stop idea during the summer. Let me just show you some other ones you could do. A toy sander sifter with a note. I can help sift through the real estate process with ease. Kitchen scissors with a note. I can help you cut through the real estate red tape. Ice cream scoop. If you ever want the scoop on the real estate market, call me. I'm happy to help. So these are just some other ideas of Smile Stops and fun things to give to people. Okay, let's go to number 4. Number 4 we just did. Number 5. Work with your local vendors. Now, let me give you a few suggestions here And I hate that I use this old one. I wish Power Agents, can you give me a new photo of this, of you doing this? Nobody else has given me a photo, so I've only got Kat Ryan's photo that she did during the pandemic. And what she did is she started doing these blogs on Facebook, and she called it Kat's Corner. Please support your local businesses. So during the COVID time, a lot of businesses were concerned. They were going out. And so what Kat did, based on our coaching, was start to interview the local businesses, right? And if you can look at the bottom there, as far as the number of likes on the first one, it says Tony Robusto and 82 others. So it's 83. And then the next one says 89. And you see a lot of comments and shares, just a lot of activity. And by the way, you got that activity. And if you look at the posting date, it was only one day apart. My point is, what she did was she interviewed a social, it was just great PR for the businesses for her. Now, here is the questions that we came up with in interviewing. By the way, I'll go back to that in a second. What I want you to understand is okay, Julie, I'm going to do this now. All right, gang, I'm going to give you something extra. Are you ready? So, Power Agents, on the last coaching call Monday, guests, every Monday I have coaching calls with the Power Agents that are live. It's not like these webinars where I can't talk to you. You're just watching. The Monday coaching calls, we get about 300 Power Agents on there. They can take themselves off mute. They ask me a direct question. I can role play. These calls go for like almost 3 hours long, some of them. So on the last one, this past Monday, I said something that I thought Julie loves and a lot of Power Agents love. You, in marketing yourself, you can either spend money or spend energy. What some of us jump to right away is, if I want to promote my business, get more listings, get more sales, I have to spend money. We jump to that. I got to buy leads. I got to run ads. Spend money, spend money. And I suggest you don't spend money you don't have. If you don't have money, so what do you spend? You spend your energy. You put your energy into being out into the world, belly to belly, face to face, toe to toe with human beings, because almost every human being you meet is a potential listing or sale. So when I've been saying this to the Power Agents, one of the Power Agents on the coaching call said what they did. Now watch this. They went to the gas station to get some gas. And you take your credit card and you pay right there at the gas pump. The Power Agent made a conscious choice to not pay at the pump. What they did is they went into the store, and while they were in the store, they gave the credit to the counter person and gave their business card and had a conversation with that counter person saying, listen, I like to do business. I'm a real estate professional. I like to do businesses with the businesses I work with, that I use this gas station all the time. Could you please introduce me to your owner of this gas station and let them know if they ever need anything, I'm here for. Well, sure enough, the gas station owner calls a couple of days later, and Julie, what did the Power Agent get? I forget.
They actually listed 2 gas stations and a home and helped them buy their next home.
Okay,
so 2 commercial properties, 2 residential deals. Got
it. So they got two listings from the gas station, plus the home that they were selling, plus the home they bought. Now, come on now. Because this Power Agent got out of their car and went into the store and had a conversation, 4 things in a slow market. She didn't spend money. She spent her energy. You see? So going back to this concept about the vendors, all businesses in your market, build relationship with these people, because every business is also have a lot of customers coming in, you see? So going back to the questions, what you would do is interview the business owners and put it on Facebook or whatever social media you want. What do you like best about this community? These are questions you'd ask the business owner. You're talking to a pizzeria guy. What do you like best about this community? Why did you start this business? Why did you choose this particular town of all the towns? How are you making out during these challenging times? That question is true because we're always in challenging times. What new feature item specials have you added recently? You can even do a tour of the business. You see? I love this, man. Here's another thing you can do. You talk to the local bakery and say, listen, I want to promote your bakery. I want you to give a sponsor a birthday cake for my clients. So what I'll do is they bring this card to you, create a postcard. It looks like this. You create a postcard and you mail it out to your past clients. And when they do that, now why would a bakery be willing to do that? Why would they be willing to give a free cake to your clients? Because you're advertising the bakery and you're not charging the bakery money for postage or advertising. So their payment is just honoring the certificate. And you tell the baker, listen, when I do this, they're going to come in. They ain't going to just get a cake. While they're standing away, let me get some cookies too. You got some bread? You got some fresh bread? Okay, great. Boy, I need a gallon of milk to go with this cup. You're going to generate other revenue, you see. All right, let me show you something else that you can do. Now, this video, you can't hear it. So what I have to do, give me a second. I've got to do some tech thing over here. What I'm going to do is add the video over here. So I'm going to play a video. And I'm not going to play the whole video. But what this video is a tour. One of the things you can do. All right, let me just play this. And then I'll explain it. Okay, I can explain it now. Give me a second. I'm still up on the screen. All right, hang on a second. Let me go back here. Sorry, I'm doing tech things over here. So what I'm going to show you is a video that this agent did on one of their listings, but how they did it was really engaging. It wasn't just about the listing. It was about the community. And what I love about this idea is people don't just buy a house, they buy the community. And I think a lot of us miss the beat on this. We think, let me just promote the listing. So let me show you. And Julie, tell me if you can hear this, because I didn't tell the team I was doing this. It's a last minute thing for you guys. Julie, tell me that you can hear the video when I play the video. Okay. Here we go.
Hi there, I'm Joanne with Room Destination Marketing here in beautiful 72-degree Huntington Beach. And I'll be that host who mentions everything that you could have just seen in the photos. Let's get started. Huntington Beach is known by the gorgeously tanned local boys as Surf City, USA. Home to a 10-mile stretch of bikini-laden sand, world-class surfing, and OC's largest dog beach. So for all you dog lovers out there, your sires and bitches can frolic in freedom. God bless America. But it's here, nestled in this masterfully planned community.
All right, so I'm not going to go through the whole entire video, but the concept is, first of all, you need to have an Australian accent to have it sound so beautiful. But what this agent started to do was introduce the community, and the camera does love her. She's really good on the camera. But Darryl, I'm not good on the camera, so how would I do this? Let me show you another one. And let me switch over to this one. Now, this video I'm going to show you, again, not the whole thing, but this is now a New Yorker, so it'll sound different. And with this agent, what they do is they do a tour of the community, and they invite their friends and past clients. So let me show you this. This is pretty cool as well, okay?
Should I say anything witty anymore, or have I done my wittiness for the day on camera? Hi, I'm Jeff Goodman from Halstead Property. Welcome today on a very special tour. We're going to be seeing Gramercy Park and the neighborhood surrounding it. Our tour today is going to be given by the amazing Joyce Gold. I host these neighborhood tours for people I know, for friends, for clients. People love them if they live in a specific neighborhood or if they're thinking about living in a particular neighborhood. But what makes my tour special are the stories. People love stories. More than wanting to know who the architect was who designed it or what the style of a...
Okay, so here you get the point. So there's a couple of different ideas here that I want you to just wrap your brain around. You can, if you do a video tour, and by the way, you can tell that these are professionally done. And for the level 3 agent, they'll have the money to do it. But you can even, level 1 agents, you can still do this low cost. You take your iPhone, you don't have to worry about different cuts, different footage, B-roll. You don't have to worry. You can just talk about the community. So if you've got a listing, don't just have it be about the listing, have it be about the community. I think that's the key there. Now, this power agent, the one I just showed the last one, New Yorker, he's doing a tour of the community, Gramercy Park, that he lists and sells in. But not only that, is he decided to film it too. And it's the same concept, but just a different approach to it. So I love these ideas. All right, I'm going to pass this part. So let me just go past, and there's the other one. Now, so here's the tips that we said. Schedule your events, client appreciation, support the school, smile stops, work with your local vendors. Let's go to level 2 agents. Level 2 agents, here's my tip for you. If you're going to start investing in marketing, start small. You don't have to spend a ton of money. One of the vendors, power agents that we aligned with, we have what's called Power Agent Social. And what this is you can promote your listings or promote your service. It's with a company that normally would charge, you'll see it $99, $199, $349. But for power agents, we got this great discount for you, 15% off. It's just listed.social is the company. So we call it Power Agent Social, but it's really this other company that we discount. It got a 15% discount for power agents. And it's so simple. You just do a power agent, you do a couple of clicks. You don't have to fill out stuff. They go into your account. They pull out your information. It is so incredibly simple. You just pay the money. One of our power agents, he's a top power agent, Charles Mayone with Douglas Elliman on Long Island, New York. This is an old thing I found, but I just absolutely loved it. It's a simple graphic that shows, because these are the towns that Charles works in: Lynbrook, Valley Stream, Rockville Center, Malvern, December. And you'll see there's three houses on each one of these. There's 4 separate graphics, right, for 4 separate towns. And it shows, like the first one, Lynbrook, it says 5 new listings, 10 listings are in contract, and 15 sold, meaning 15 actually closed. I think this was I love this. This is something to post on social media. Just create a graphic like this. Go into your MLS stats. Tell me all the new listings, all the things in contract, all the things that close in the last 30 days. Bada bing. It's not hard doing that on a regular basis. That's level 1 agents could do that, by the way, because it costs no money. Consider a niche. So at level 2, you may want to, if you don't have a niche, start thinking about having a niche. Now, the most common niche is geographic, where you're going to take a specific area and promote to that area. That's fine. But there are other niches. You could do price range. You know, one of our power agents, Margaret Troutman, she's out in the Hamptons, Long Island, New York. She got into real estate knowing, you know what? I only want to work with millions of dollars of property, 2 million, 5 million, 10 million. Day one, she didn't work up to that. That's what she did. So there's a concept. By the way, price range could also be first-time buyers. You can do that low price, that first house people. That's a niche. Condos and co-ops, that's a different animal. Rules and regs, condos and co-ops are different. Style of home, it could be I want to just focus on, depending on your market. Depending on your market, it depends on some areas, and we'll have like Oceanside, for example, Long Island, where I used to list and sell. There's a lot of splanches. That's not a common term nationally. Split levels, high ranches. Then you've got some other properties, colonials, Tudors. So me personally, I like colonials and Tudors. That would be my niche. Ethnic. Darryl, fair housing. Now, listen, there's culture differences. One of my agents in the office I manage, her name is Sue Wong, Korean lady, and she worked mostly with Koreans. There was a culture thing. She spoke Korean. That's totally okay to think that way as well. Investors buy with logic. I'm going to Investors buy and sell with logic. It's all about the numbers. It's different than the traditional buyer who's buying with emotion, you see. So retirees and first-time buyers. So consider a niche for yourself. And then the next thing after that is create a slogan. Now, every successful company has a slogan. And so if you're going to think about having a niche, then think also the next level is, what's your slogan? Let me show you some Power Agent slogans to start getting you thinking. Dan, the real estate man. Now, his slogan just rhymed with his name, but not his niche. The condo specialist doesn't rhyme. It's a self-imposed title, but we know what this agent does. They work on condos. Galen King, the condo king. All right, now we got a double whammy. Here we got, know this agent works on condos, and they did a nice little rhyme with their name. The equestrian specialist. Again, self-imposed title, no rhyme, but we know what this agent focuses on. Everything I touch turns to sold. I think, quite honestly, this slogan has been used time and time again by many agents. Outstanding in my field. Now, this particular power agent worked on vacant land. This was what this power agent did. And on top of that, what they did, their business card was a photo of them standing out in a field. And that was the heading above their name, outstanding in their field, you see. Mr. Real Estate, self-imposed title, Long Beach's realtor. This was Walter Sanford. Wow, I just remembered that Walter Sanford, he became a speaker, and I haven't used the Walter's name in a long time. But anyway, he used to be an agent. Long Beach, California is where he focused. Claudia Caesar, this was one of my first power agents I ever trained, the classic realtor. So, you know, this doesn't say what her niche is, but she did play in off of the alliteration and her name. John Diamond, the quality is in the name. Bob Shield, the realtor that protects your interests. And Bob's logo, he actually had a logo which was a shield, and his name was in it. And then Ben Munoz, one of our power agents, rest in peace, Ben, called Big Ben for the right time real estate, and he had the London clock as his logo, the Big Ben clock. So anyway, so consider a niche, create a slogan, look at your branding, okay? So look at all of your branding. Look at your profiles in social media, on LinkedIn. If you have a YouTube channel, look at your description. So really do an overhaul of your brand and how you promote yourself. So power agents, I want to give you an example on this. Power agents, as a power agent, so let me talk to power agents for a second. As a power agent, we own the international, not just U.S., but we have the trademark in the real estate industry worldwide for power agent, okay? Now, that's powerful. And excuse the pun. So only power agents can call themselves a power agent. And so you guys get a certificate, you can get your pin. You know, here's some of our power agents. Last year, we did a whole big program where we were mailing out the certificate, mailing out the pins to the power agents. And now it's accessible. You can always get it. But let me show you something. As a power agent, you promoting that on social media is huge, because I'm going to show you something why. This is my email, and I already have a template for my signature. So every time I send out an email, it automatically populates my signature, right? And at the bottom, there's a PS. Let me know if there's anything I or my company could do to put a smile on your face, because that's our company slogan, helping agents design a career and life worth smiling about. At the bottom there, it says the Certified Speaking Professional CSP designation conferred by the National Association and International Federation of Speakers is the Speaking Professionals International Measurement of Professional Platform Skills. It's held by less than 2% of all speakers worldwide. So you'll see my name says Darryl Davis, CSP, and it's explaining to people, as a CSP, I fall into this group of only 2% of all the speakers in the world that have this designation based on their speaking ability. So here's my point. Power agents, here's how you should have your signature in your email. A power agent is a member of an exclusive program of dedicated professionals, less than 1% of all agents across North America, that are committed to helping buyers and sellers get to their next level in life. Come on now. That distinguishes you in a huge way. So use that. Make sure you check and look at all your branding, your email signature, profile, etc., and update your photo for God's sakes. I saw this. This is actually was on somebody's website. What the hell is he holding there in his ear? It looks like a medical device. The younger kids on here don't even know what that is. This is another agent. My God, you should not. This does not say professional. It says I have a drinking problem if you're using. So make sure you check and update your photo. Before I go to level 1, I'm going to go to level 1. Do me, Michelle, laugh my tush off. Do me a favor, write in the chat of everything that we covered. We got 15 minutes left. I'm going to do level 1, but tell me, what do you like so far? Was there anything that you learned that you like? Let me see what write it in the chat, in the Q&A. Sorry, not in the chat, in the Q&A. What's the favorite one thing that you learned so far? Because I'm going to fire hose the next segment. So I know there's a delay, so I know people are going to start writing. I'm going to start teaching level 1 as I wait for your what you write in to tell me what was the most favorite thing that you learned so far. All right, here they come. Ramel says the professional videos. Yes, Ramel, those are powerful. And let me tell you something. There's a lot of local photographers or video people that would work with you and not cost a lot. Barbara says slogan and niche market, very good. Mike, local videos. Paula, the happy birthday free cake. Yes. Jean, oh, I love that you said you love this sponsoring the school folders. I hope you do that, please. All right. Schoolmate is the website. Catherine, the smile, giving out the smile stops. Michelle, interviewing the local business and making those connections. Spend your energy instead of spending your money, Catherine. I love that. I love that. Write that down. Write that down and hang it. I like the school folder idea, Bill. Thank you. Very good. Sil, you like the video. By the way, Sil, I got your email about the app. Thank you very much. I talked to my team about it after I got that email. Afonso, trunk or treat, very good. Fundraising cat, very good. Julie, do me a favor. Publish the rest of these. Catherine loves the birthday cake. Okay, great stuff, gang. All right, let me go to this last one for you. Here's the tips for level 1 agents, and I'm going to go through this quick. Number 1 is use a telephone. It's the quickest way, zero cost your money. I want you to increase your talk time on the telephone. Watch this. If, let's say, you spoke 30 minutes on the phone 5 days a week, that's 150 minutes in a week. And let's say you did that every week, just 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, that's 600 minutes a month. If you took 5 minutes per conversation per person, some may be less, some may be more. That's 120 new homeowners conversations in 30 days. Here's my question. If you spoke to 120 new homeowners in a month, do you think that's going to impact your business? Come on now. Just 30 minutes a day on the telephone. Now, Power Agents, we have over 40 dialogues for you that you can use on the telephone. One of our Power Agents from Howard Hanna Real Estate, Carmen Lacey, she said, I love Darryl's FSBO dialogue. I actually find FSBOs are nicer. She listed 5 FSBOs in one weekend. This happens to be my strength. We have the best FSBO and expired dialogue of any of my colleagues for one reason, not because I'm better than my colleagues. It's because I built my business on Long Island, New York, calling FSBOs and expireds. That's why it's my strength. So I'm going to tell you, getting on the phone, my favorites are FSBOs, expireds. Darryl, what about the do not call list? I'm not getting into that. You decide whether to make those calls or not for FSBOs and expireds. I think you can, even though they're on the because FSBOs and expireds are different because they're not unsolicited calls. But you decide and whatever your broker tells you to do. But there's houses for rent, landlords trying to rent their property, past friends, past clients, family members, orphans. These are people that try to list or sell. Or did list and sell through your company, but the agent that did that transaction no longer works in your company. You ask your broker manager for those, not orphans, just say, can I get all the closed deals where the agent doesn't work here anymore? Let me check in with these people, see if they need anything. We got the Power Agents, all the dialogue is in the classroom, 40 dialogues for you. All right, now, there's something else. There's 100 other ways, or I just gave you 5. There's 95 other ways. What we did is we created the top 100 ways to generate listing appointments that you do on the phone or even face-to-face. And I just want to tell the guest, this is one of your bonuses. If you decide you want to try the Power Program, we're going to just email you those top 100 today. You'll get that immediately. All right. So use the telephone. It costs nothing. 30 minutes a day. Commit to a routine. You've got to commit to a routine. See, look at this. You can take a rock and you can put it in the ocean. You can put it in the water. And that rock could sit. That rock could sit in that water for 1,000 years, and the water will never impact the rock. It's not like a sponge. That rock could sit in that water for 1,000 years, and the water would never penetrate that rock. But yet, you can take a river, and it'll cut through a mountain. That same water can cut through a mountain. Now, this is amazing. Think about it. What's the difference between this water that can't penetrate a rock, but yet it can actually carve through a mountain? What's the difference? Is the consistent action of that water. That water consistently moving, doing the same thing over and over again, year after year, century after century. Eventually, it cuts through. So here's my point. If you think about constant action, when you bake a cake, it's that constant heat over a period of time that produces that result. It's eating healthy over a consistent time that produces that result. Saving money and investing it consistently produces a result. You prospecting on a regular, consistent basis will produce a result, and it doesn't have to cost anything. Just doing the same thing consistently can cut through a mountain. Power Agents, we also created for you this one sheet to help you stay focused on a daily basis. What are the top things I must do today? And if I have time, what are some additional things I'm going to do? Make sure you acknowledge yourself for what you did the day before, because acknowledgement breeds more acknowledgement. This is our mental attitude creates our attitude creates our altitude based on how we think, feeling about ourselves. We have to take the time to acknowledge ourselves. So use the telephone, commit to a routine, and remove the speed bumps. See, here's what happens. When you're trying to get to your next level in your life and in your business, there's speed bumps. Let me show you what a speed bump does. You see, let's say you've got this car and the car's going 50 miles an hour. When it hits the speed bump, what happens to the car? The car slows down immediately, because you look at that picture. Here's what happens. If I can show you the science behind it. There's energy in that wheel. And what happens as soon as the wheel hits the speed bump, that speed bump sucks the energy out of the wheel, you see. And so what happens is, if we got to bring that car back up to the original speed, we got to press on the gas tank, on the gas pedal, and the pedal tells the gas tank, I need some energy, and it puts it into the engine. Now, eventually what happens, the tank goes empty. So if you go into your office for the day and you want to hit the FSBOs, you're going to call, you're going to think, and you have these obstacles, they suck the energy out of you. You know what I'm talking. Some of you, God bless you, you're married to a speed bump. I can't help you there. That's another course, and you need therapy for that. Some of you, your day feels like, boy, this is a big speed bump I'm having. Some of you just hit the wall. So what you want to do is remove your speed bumps. Now, I was talking to a power agent actually this morning before today's webinar about, if you're going to call FSBOs and expired, you have to get this company called RedX, because it removes the speed bump of trying to find the FSBOs and expired. You log into your account and they give it to you on a silver platter. Here's the FSBOs for today. Here's the expireds. Here's the phone numbers for the expired. Now, it's not perfect. Sometimes the numbers are wrong. Technology is what it is, but at least you do not have to go through the headache of trying to find it. There you go. There's what one of the listings looks like. Here's another version of it when you start dialing for dollars. So Power Agents, remember, you get a free 30 days with RedX. You get a special deal nobody else gets. So RedX is a powerful tool that we've negotiated for Power Agents. All right, so remove the speed bump, master your listing appointment. Master your listing appointment. Let me go through this, a brief example of mastering the listing appointment. We use the word real because we want you to be authentic. And it's important you speak from your heart, not your head. We don't believe in memorized scripts. So the first thing is you build that rapport with that homeowner. Then you engage them by asking them powerful questions about where they're moving to, what are they committed to having happen. Based on what their next level is, you're going to give them advice. And this is where you talk about MLS, yard sign, lockbox, feature sheet, and etc. And then you list and leave. And you get out of there before they change their mind. Let me tell you something. Let me just talk to you guys about one thing here about this market. If you're finding that the market is slow for you right now, what happens when any professional player, whether it's football, baseball, whatever, when they're off season, when they're not playing the game, do they sit home and just watch television and eat bonbons? No. They still play full out in practice because they've got to stay strong in their profession, and that's what you have to do. So if you're finding there's some lull in your business, this is the time to work on your business, not work in it. This is the time for education, the time to get skilled at what you do. So remove the speed bumps, master the listing appointment. The next thing is do an open house for another agent. To me, this is one of the best tools you can do to generate leads in this market. You know, when you do, I'm going to show you, when you do an open house, this is one of my favorite pictures because you see that line out the door. And the reason why I want to show you the pandemic photo is because this got born. This is one of the things that got born from the pandemic where we didn't have people going in the house, one couple at a time. But what was brilliant about this, do you see what that did? The neighbors are looking out the window saying, what the hell's happening with Exit Realty over there at 1010 Hana Lane? That line is advertising in the market how hot things are. It generates phone calls. And we did a whole webinar, Power Agents, on how to turn one open house into a slew of listing leads. We created a checklist for you. So Power Agents, make sure you look that up. And also, guess, we're going to just email you that right away if you decide you want to become a Power Agent. We'll send that right to you. Now, one thing I will tell you also to help generate leads is do a neighborhood open house just for the neighbors. And I prefer that you do it before you do a public open house. What you do is you take a template. Power Agents, we created this for you already. This is actually the template, one of our Power Agents. You'll see, I'm going to try and zoom in. I don't know if you can see that. It says, you're invited. The event is by invite only. You are personally invited to a neighborhood open house. And in there it says, I don't know if you can read it. I'm going to read it for you. It says, as the homeowner will not be present, I'll be providing a personal tour of the home located at This is telling the homeowner, this is telling all the neighbors, listen, your homeowner will not be home. So I'm going to give you a personal tour. Now, if you tell 50 nosy neighbors, I'm going to let you into the house and the homeowner's not home, how many people do you think are going to show up? Probably 50 neighbors. Now, the reason why this is powerful, because when the neighbors are coming through your house, you're not trying to sell the house. You know their neighbors. It's by invitation only. It's a specific day just for these people. When you're touring the house with them, you're not focused on the house. You're focusing on them. How long have you lived in the neighborhood? What did you like best about it? Did you have this particular style? Oh, that's very good. Have you ever thought about moving? If you were going to move to, where would you move to? And have you ever done a market analysis on your house? I think even if you're not thinking of selling, it's a good idea to get a checkup on your house on an annual basis. Why don't I do this? I don't mind. I find the time I come look at your house. You give me a tour, and I'll give you a neighborhood market report. No charge. If you have 50 homeowners show up to your neighbor's open house, you should have 50 CMAs out of that thing. All right. So here's the last thing is start a real estate conversation everywhere. Now, I've been talking about this a lot lately. I saved the best to last. I think this is the best for last for you. Every place, wherever you are, you're at the supermarket, you're at the bakery, you're at the cleaners. Those people that are in that store, they probably live in the neighborhood. You should have your name tag everywhere you go. You should have a car sign, by the way, Vistaprint, $156. You get 2 magnets, put it on the side of your car. You're at the supermarket, you're at the bakery. You turn to the person next to you and say, hey, let me show you. Hey, comment on the store. Oh, I love this store. You're in the bakery. I love coming here. Turn to the person next to you. Do you come here often? Do you like this bakery? Yeah. I'm a local real estate realtor for the market. So I make it my priority to know a lot about the business in the area. So I can make recommendations to buyers who are moving in this market. This is one of my favorite stores to recommend. By the way, do you live here? Oh, well, here's my con. I'm offering homeowners in the area a free market report, which kind of gives them a checkup of their home. It'll give you an idea what's happening in the local market and your current value of your home. One of my power agents said, John Cadalfo, he said, I made $323,000 my second year real estate because of what Darryl told me. If you apply these techniques, if you apply what I covered with you today, you are going to make more money. But just to put a pin on that, when you're on the line or in the line, in the line at a supermarket, a bakery, cleaners, strike up a conversation with everybody. You have something in common. You're in the same store together. Talk about the store first, then work in real estate. Always work in real estate into your conversation. Now, here's what I'm going to do for the guests. Guests, we're going to open up to questions, and we're going to do a little Q&A. I'm going to do some coaching. The questions that we're going to talk about now is either about the anything you want, any question you have about your business. But I want to talk to the guests a second about checking out becoming a power agent. We guarantee that you're going to increase your income by joining this program. So we guarantee, because if you do what we tell you to do, we know this is going to work for you. You're going to get the support that you need, because real estate can feel very lonely. Power agents, if you want to comment in the Q&A and tell the guests what you think about the program, do you get support for us? Do you like the Smile Squad? You will be in a community of other successful realtors. I'll tell you, this program is not for everybody. It is for people who are committed to navigating this new real estate reality, committed to improving their skill and their ability. You will stop wasting money on quick fix items. Definitely. There's no quick fix. There's no drive-through breakthrough in life. You're going to improve. Our commitment is you'll improve your skill and ability and your production by 10% a month. That's how you double your income in 12 months. You will overcome your fear of the telephone. You will enjoy using the telephone more. You'll fill your calendar with appointments. Get your offers accepted when you're especially in multiple offers. You'll get excited about your career again. And did I mention you'll increase your income? One of our power agents, Susie, she said, I felt a little insecure with listings, but Darryl's program has taught me how to be a great lister. I've gotten more listings the past 3 months than I did all last year. This program truly is a game changer, is a great program. Again, yes, everything on the screen, the top one, how to do a listing appointment, all of this stuff, we're going to email this to you right away if you decide you want to try this program. Now, what is the program and how much is it? And then we'll go to questions. We do weekly coaching calls. We record the coaching calls. They're live. You can ask me anything. Sorry, I just did that. Talent Tuesday, we interview top agents. Annette Mina was one of our interviews, George Rosario. So we interview successful agents. They share their secrets. Plus, we do a brainstorming session with show and tell, like power agents share their ideas. We take those ideas, we put it into a guide every 60 days. I got to tell you, the guide, this one session generated 60 ideas of incredible content. I'll tell you, to me, the Talent Tuesday by itself is worth the program. If you need help on anything, we have over 70 on-demand training sessions, whether it's on self-promotion, farming, the listing appointment, buyers, negotiating your offer, and you get a copy of the slides. Like power agents, they get a copy of today's training with the slides. Marty Sorrentino, one of our power agents, said he took the program when he was brand new. He was actually going to file bankruptcy that year instead. He took the program, turned his business around. He works 2 states now, 50 million in production. He swears by this program. You'll have over 700 marketing materials, scripts, dialogue, checklists. Kristen Rogers said she sent out the letters from the classroom and she generated a ton of business from it. I'll show you what the classroom looks like. When you go to the classroom, you will see the portal, and the power program is alphabetized by, let's say you need help with buyers, there's buyers. You need help with, let's say farming and self-promotion. You click on that and then you will see all of this farming material, and it's so customizable. You can put your logo, your photo, anything you want. You can actually edit and delete if you don't like some of the words that we use. The classroom has the same function as Google. So if you type in, let's say, the word FSBO, everything FSBO related will show up on the screen for you. Let me ask you a question. If the power program could generate one extra sale for you as a guest, And what would that be worth? If your commission was $5,000, would it be worth $397 a month? We looked at what other coaches are charging, and they actually charge more than that. I did find somebody, I didn't know their name, but that was their price. So I went with the lowest price, and well, guess what? We don't charge that. It would be worth $297 though, for sure. If you got $5,000 a month because of the program, we don't charge that either. It's not even $197. It's only $47 a month. There's no long-term contract. You can cancel anytime. So just to recap, and then we're going to go to questions. You can cancel anytime. You can have complete access to the entire program. You're not restricted. You will get a copy of today's slides, the recording from today. You will also get all of those other bonuses. I'm interested for what power agents want to say to the guests. Julie, I know you have some questions there. I can see them. I'll let you read that. But the one question that I want to just get out of the way really quick about the program is a common concern is, hey, I've had a bad experience before where I signed up for something, I didn't use it, or it wasn't what was promised. Well, it is only 47, so keep that in its perspective. But if you were curious about our credibility, I'm going to suggest that you'll see that Google search. I'd like you to type in Darryl Davis Seminars Complaints. And what you will find is we have 0 complaints. Not only do we have 0 complaints, but if you were to look at Google, and anybody knows that Google reviews, you cannot delete them, you cannot edit them, they can't be fake. So good or bad shows up on Google review. And what you will find is 0 complaints from Google. If anything, you will see a perfect score on us. The other thing I will just say to you too is that if you want to cancel at any time, which is another question people have, it is so simple. All you have to do is go to the website, and you'll see at the bottom there's a little chat, and you say, hey, my name is Darryl. I'm a power agent. I'd like to cancel. Bada bing, Gail will probably reach out to you, and we will cancel you right away. We don't want anybody that doesn't want to be a power agent. So, by the way, we are going to be raising the tuition this year, but anybody that locks in at this price right now, you get in under the lower price. So I'm going to invite you to click on that thing now so you can lock it in, and we don't raise your price we grandfather people in. We have power agents that are actually paying less than the 47 when we had it years ago at even a more ridiculous price. And we keep adding to the program. So the people that were at the really low price, they keep benefiting as we keep adding and improving to the program. So, yeah, I would suggest you not miss out. All right, Julie, so let's go. Again, power agents, if you want to say anything, I'd like to hear what you have to say. Julie, we'll go to questions and take it from there. So what do we got?
Awesome. Linda chimed in several weeks ago on our coaching call. Darryl mentioned wearing the name tag went out. I wear my name tag everywhere now. I was stopped at the grocery store, and I got a buyer in the closing on July. Awesome.
I'm telling you, it's such a silly, simple thing to do using your name tag, and it has such a great return on investment for you in doing that. So I'm really glad that she did that. Okay.
We have a lot of them in the last brainstorming session too, wearing their power agent pin with their name tag.
Awesome.
Catherine says, I'm already a power agent. Where do I find the slides?
Okay, so for current power agents, let me show you where you would go. So when you log into the power program, this is the first thing you'll see, right? And if you go to Classroom, you will find it. And Julie, is this the best way? Darryl's top picks, perhaps?
Yes, or they can go webinars on demand because they'll find them both there. That red button will be in both places.
So Darryl's top picks, you can grab the slides there, or if you want to go to, as Julie just said, webinars on demand. Again, it's alphabetical, so webinars is a W, it goes at the bottom. You will see all of the training sessions from each week, and you'll have complete access to those, the recordings, the slides. But what we do is, because this recording is still being recorded right now, it's not, the recording's not on the site, but at least the slides are. So if you click on that, you'll get today's slides. Next question, Julie.
Because that answers Kamal's question. Are all the past webinars on the website for us to view once you're a power agent? Yes, Kamal.
All there.
All there. Catherine, got that part. Linda said Darryl and Julie and the rest of the crowd are awesome. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Linda.
Susie, Darryl is so supportive. You are not working alone. His team is so helpful.
Thank you.
I love it. Darryl, you talked about Red X. Is there a special?
Yeah, so the Red X, so here's how that works, gang. If you go to Classroom, And when you go to vendors, power agents, what you will see is these vendors that we cut special pricing deals for you. And one of the criteria that we have is that it's a company that we trust. The other thing is that it's a deal that nobody else gets. There are sometimes exceptions to that, but this is our printing house, Box Brownie. We love Box Brownie. This is for investing in real estate to find out if a property is worth it. There's the Just Listed Social. There's the RedX. There's our CRM for people that need a CRM. So anyway, if you, this is a new one, Writing Real Estate. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. That's a new one. Is that Christy?
That's Christy, yep.
Okay, cool. So there you go. Slide broadcast, very passionate about slide broadcast, very cool tool. But there's the RedX. So the RedX, I will tell you, RedX, you will not get this deal with any other speaker anywhere else. They'll tell you that. You do not pay the setup fee, which is $150. You don't pay $500 worth of stuff in the first 30 days. You don't pay anything basically to set up and to use it for 30 days. So we're very passionate about RedX. It's one of the must-to tools, we think, when it comes to telephone prospecting, fixed bills, and expireds. Next question, Julie.
Yes, you saw scripts earlier. How do I find scripts?
So all you have to do is type in the word script. Now, we don't like calling it scripts. We call it dialogue, but we still use the search function script because I can't spell dialogue very easily. And most people look for scripts. So here is it's 5 pages of scripts. It's either going to be a video on how to deliver the script, or it's going to be the script itself, and you'll see all the scripts there. Now, if you don't want to get lost in all of this, because there's video and scripts, there's another way to do it. If you go to Classroom and when you think scripts, what is that? What category of real estate would that be? Well, that would be prospecting. In just case you weren't sure, there's a little telephone right there. And so when you go to prospecting, and if you go to dialogue, because it's alphabetical and we prefer dialogue, there's all your dialogue for cold calling, voicemail dialogue for an expired, farming around your area, and continue FSBOs, old FSBOs, voicemail, objection handling about Zillow, your sphere of influence. So there's all the dialogue in one spot, and it's 40 best dialogues you will ever find anywhere in our industry. You know, what's interesting to me, with all due respect to some of my colleagues, and I won't mention their names, but there's a lot of speakers that are up there in credibility, and they've never actually listened to Soul Real Estate. So the dialogue that I give you is like what I used as an agent, and some other agents as well. So anyway, next question, Julie.
Darryl, what time are the coaching calls?
Coaching calls are 11 o'clock Eastern time, and they go for 2 or 3 hours. You don't have to be on the entire call, but I'm available. It's kind of like doctor's office hours, meaning that if the doctor is in at 11, that's me. So if you, on Monday, so if you have a concern, a challenge, or a problem, or you want a mindset adjustment to start the week for Monday, you go to coaching calls. I am there 11 o'clock, call in, don't call in, and I'm there for you. Well, I'll record the call. Some power agents can't be on the call Monday, but what they'll do is they'll download the podcast and they'll listen to it during the week. And that's it. Yeah. Power agents, do you guys like I'm going to ask the power agents, because originally the coaching calls, we didn't have those. This started in the pandemic. We only did monthly, and we started adding the calls and adding more time because the pandemic, people were freaking out. So we never thought I would be doing it every Monday live for 2 to 3 hours. Power agents, do you guys find that valuable, the coaching call? If you do, could you throw it out on the Q&A? Do you like it? Because I need some positive reinforcement, because it's a lot of work every Monday for you guys. I love doing it, and it's a lot of work. Julie, next question.
But also, this question comes in almost every week. Can we actually talk to you? So it's not like your grandfather's coaching call, right? Agents can call in, you'll role play with them, you can talk to them. So it's not just a talk at you thing.
Yes, Debbie, thank you. She loves the coaching calls. Staying in conversation with Darryl has done something magical to my level of energy and creativity. and it will only get better. Thank you, Darryl. And that was from Ramel. Wow, that was so powerful what he just said. I'm going to read it again, and then I'm going to publish it. Ramel said, staying in conversation. First of all, I love the way you start this. Staying in conversation with Darryl has done something magical to my level of energy and creativity and will only get better. Thank you, Darryl. You know, what's really powerful about that is, first of all, thank you for the acknowledgement. But what's powerful about that is what he's saying is staying in the conversation. So for those of you who don't know, and even current power agents, listen to me. A lot of our business is mental, right? So we are, as human beings, we love to be right about our opinion. I'm going to say that again. As human beings, we love to be right about what we think, feel, and believe. And what happens is subconsciously, consciously, universal, whatever, the energy we put out is going to create our reality. And so because I believe that, the power program is not just listing and selling technique, but it's also about who you are, because who you are dictates what you do. So all of my coaching comes from that heart. And I think what Ramel is speaking to is by being in that conversation with me every Monday, it opens up what's possible for him. And so he hits the ground running in his business, committed to creating a new reality that is a productive, powerful, energetic power agent. So this is why coaching and being engaged, Albert Einstein said the thinking that you and I are has gotten to us to a certain level of success in our life, but that same thinking creates new problems that can only be solved by new thinking. You can't go here for new thinking. That's your old thinking. So the power program is that new thinking to help you get out of the box as to how to turn a breakdown into a breakthrough. That's who we are, and that's why you need this program. And it's not for everybody, but it's for people like Ramel. Donna O'Neill, she said, I love the coaching calls. My favorite. Thank you so much. Ronald, very beneficial. Thank you. Kevin Hickey said, coaching calls give me a snapshot of the national market. Thank you. Darlene loves the Monday calls. Sharon, Monday calls are the best. Okay, I guess we're going to keep doing the Power Monday coaching calls, Julie. I'm never going to stop the Monday calls. All right.
I love it. Engelson says, my doctors love you. It's the best.
My doctors love you.
If you are a power agent and want to get in the classroom, how do I log in? Going to show Nadine how to get started?
Yeah. So, well, okay. So what's going to happen is as a new power agent, you're going to get emailed to you. So first of all, you click on that thing right there, because when the seminar is over, that's going to go away. So you click on there, you sign up, and you fill out your stuff. And then what's going to happen is you're going to get an email with a username, password. Now I'm going to tell you, you're going to get two emails. One is like, congratulations, welcome. And then the other one is going to have your username, password in it. They come almost at the same time. If you don't see both, check your spam. And then what'll happen is you'll go at the top over here where it says log in power agent. And then I have I log in as our vice president, Sarah. And so that little thing will pop up and you'll use your username, password, and then the screen will change subtly. And there's your dashboard, calendar events, classroom coaching. And we're going to give you instructions on how to get engaged with us. There's a directory that is incredible. The directory is actually given about 5 to 7 deals a month. Any new power agents on this call, make sure you update your profile. Do you see these? Adam here didn't update his profile. There's no picture. This Adam, same thing. Adam, it seems like it must be an Adam infliction where if your name is Adam, you don't have a picture. So make sure you update yourself, because I'm going to tell you why. If I'm looking for a power agent in Chicago, Illinois, guess what? I ain't calling Adam, even though he's in Chicago, because if he didn't take the time to fill out his profile, he's not a power agent I want to do business with. So it's bad advertising for you. Make sure you do your profile. Okay. All right. Next question, Julie.
Darryl, where do I find the Smile Stops?
Okay. Yeah. So Smile Stops. There's 2 ways to do it. The easiest way is just search for the word stop. And what will happen is you will find anything that has the word stop in it. There's holiday Smile Stops, one for every month. Smile Stop. There's the summer Smile Stops that I talked about, etc. More smiles. 2 pages of Smile Stops. Okay. Next question.
Yes. Catherine says, I think I put my picture in. You got everybody worried now.
I think about my picture, but Catherine Longo. Well, Catherine, let's go see. Catherine.
Called that one out.
You started it, Catherine. Where's the directory? I'm lost now.
All the way to the left.
All the way there it is. Okay, Catherine Longo. Let's see, darling. I'm gonna search for Longo. Catherine, there you are, darling. Tom's River in New Jersey. Great job. But I'm clicking on your profile, Catherine. Look at you. Look at you. Good job. She's in town. Here's the areas that she served. Great job. She speaks English. That's good. That's important. A little bio. Okay. You've got some social media. You did a very good job, Catherine. Kudos to you.
She said, okay. Yes. Phew. Marcus says you can't beat the price of the program. Thank you too, Marcus. Linda says it's a great idea to have just one professional person to hire, and I recommend Darryl and his team. Friendly and always there to help. Thank you so much. We do have a great Smile Squad. Susan says, how do I sign up?
Okay, so click on that little floating thing over there, and that will bring you to, or if it's not floating, it should be on the screen. It'll say current offer at the top and has a red bubble thing. I will tell you, as far as our team, this is, I think, important. Let me see about, there it is. So this is my company, gang. And so who you hear right there is Julie. That's who's talking with us now. Our vice president, April. Now, April is first of all, she's my wife, but she's also, more importantly, I think the smartest woman I know. And she makes sure that everything is realtor friendly because she's an active not active anymore, but she's a realtor. Camille is our graphics designer. Gail is your union foreman for power agents. She's always fighting for power agents. Sometimes she's a little annoying. But she only cares about what's best for power agents. We love Gail. Rachel is one of our writers. Shelly is comic relief but smile creator. She is so incredible. Anyway, my point here is this whole entire team is at your disposal at $47 a month. And I mean that because power agents will tell you if they want to chime in on this. They'll say, hey, do you guys have something? You see, this program, it started off with only like 400 flyers and checklists and da-da-da. But every time a power agent says, do you guys have this letter? Do you have this flyer? Do you have this form? And if we think it's a good idea, we create it. And so we've grown it now to 700 pieces plus. There's more than 700. And this is all for you, ma'am. And you pretend that it's yours. Take our name off it, put your name on it. Like you are legal to steal it because that's what you're paying for as a power agent. Plus the coaching. I mean, there's some other companies out there, they offer this kind of flyers that you can get and stuff. But we're not a marketing company. We're a real estate training company. And this is just bonus stuff that we create for you. Julie, next question.
Well, it's really become a coaching and marketing company, right? Because you don't have to go outside of our program to get anything else. Karen said, do you have newsletters?
We have newsletters. We do. Let me just address Nadine's question. I'll search for newsletter, but read Nadine's question.
Nadine says, I have not been active this year, but ready to get busy. Can I get a login information resent so I can now access the classroom? Great motivator and wow.
Oh, great, Nadine. I'm so glad you're back. And Nadine, let me tell you something. The market is depending where you are in the country, some places it's harder than others. But I'm going to tell you, when the market, if you're in a market that's tough, this is the time for you to really work on your business because NAR has already lost 60,000 realtors. They anticipate another 150,000 by year end because dues are going to be coming up. And what that's going to do is make way for the agents who are left standing. And the agents who are left standing are the skilled agents. the trained agents. And Nadine, what you can do to reactivate or get engaged again is just click on that little pop-up thing there and say, and just do what you just did. You start the chat and say, send us a message. Say, hey, my name is Nadine. I want to reactivate. Can you send me my login? Here's my cell number, my email. And somebody will call you. What happens with our chat, unlike other chats, it's less than 2 minutes, you're going to get a response. Because what happens is that chat, it's powered by Intercom. It's a separate company. And every one of my computers in the company goes ding dong, meaning that, hey, somebody's at the front door at Intercom. And then whatever team member is on duty or is the best one to serve you based on your question, that's the one that will take over the conversation. And the rest of the team can see, oh, okay, Shelly is talking to Nadine, so nobody else will deal with it. She's got it. So we're very responsive. Power agents will tell you we are super, super responsive to our power agents. Okay.
Awesome. She's in Wading River. She's a neighbor. That's neat.
All right, Nadine. Well, don't come to my house. You use the chat.
Use the chat.
Don't be ringing the doorbell at my house, Nadine. No.
We don't need to get the dog involved.
Yeah.
Speaking of newsletters, are the tools customizable? Can you show them that, please?
I will show them that. Let me just close this chat. So I just searched the word newsletter and all the newsletters showed up. So let's just take a looky, see. It's now July. Oh, by the way, there's also Spanish version. So anything that goes out to civilians, as I call them, we have a Spanish version for people that's their audience. So if I open up this July newsletter, I don't know if you can see it working there in the bottom left-hand corner. There it is. Okay, let me open it up now. So all of our stuff is created either in Microsoft Word or Microsoft Publisher, because to us that's the easiest way to edit this stuff. And so let's say, did you know the tune for the Star Spangled Banner was originally a British drinking song called To Anacreon in Heaven? I didn't know that, Julie. So that's very interesting.
We are
but
filled
let's say
with fun facts.
Fun facts. Let's say we spelled something wrong because we're human beings, and you want to respell to the king. And I just see how I changed that. Okay, that's how easy it is. Now let me show you something else. The 7 popular family-friendly activities close to home. Let me just zoom in on this for you all. But here, see where it says agent's name. I can put my name, Darryl Davis, blah, blah, blah. And here's the back. And there's where I can put my photo, and I can do a QR code. But let's say why summer is the perfect time for renovations. If I selected all of that, right, and I went over to Facebook. So let me see. How do I get to Facebook? Let me go like this. I'm showing you something here. This is powerful. So if I go to, let's pretend that this is my personal Facebook page. It's not. This is the Power Agent closed group page. And I wanted to do a post there. What I just did is I just copied from this newsletter, the why summer is the perfect time for renovations. And I actually am creating a social media post from that. And did I just hit enter? Okay. And I'm not going to post it, but you get the point. So the point here is, gang, from that one newsletter, I can mail it out. I could use it as a social media post. I can use it in an e-newsletter. I can use it as blog article if I want. And that's just from that one. Hang on, where is it? From that one article, but you'll notice there's more than one article. There's the other article in the front. So anyway, and we have a whole team writing for you guys, and it's just such incredible stuff we have for you. Okay, next question.
That's not any extra. Nadine, I see that you are trying to rejoin. You can just click on that same button there, that same join us now button to rejoin. So if you click on that, that'll get you restarted. And our team is standing by.
Oh, yeah, you could do that, Nadine. Right. I'm sorry, Nadine. If you're getting restarted, Nadine, just click on that, try the power program, that, Sarah, can you put that back up again? Nadine, just click on that and just sign up again. That's all. You're good.
Easy.
Yeah, easy peasy. And I think you'll get a new username or password. Maybe it's the same. I don't know. But just do that, Nadine. That's fine.
Linda said, I had a mental crisis one weekend, posted on Facebook, and Jules called me personally. We do check in.
Really,
we worry about
Julie?
you guys. Not just us, though. What's really cool is that, our Facebook community is awesome. Like, somebody's struggling, everybody jumps in and they help. I'll role play with you. I'll help. I'll send a referral. Like, it's really an incredible community.
It is. Now, Alan's asking a really good question.
He is.
So, Alan, let me go back here. So, Alan is asking, when you download a form. So, Alan, let me visually show you. Okay. So, when you change a form, like the newsletter I was just doing, does it change the original? No. The original exists here in the Power Program website. When you click on it, what happens, it downloads it to your computer. So now this piece that I'm working on right now is the website original is still there. I just downloaded a copy and this is now in my computer. So if I edit this and let me just show you, I'm not going to do this, but let's say you see how I'm moving that? Now I hit file, save, Alan, and I'll save it on my computer, on my local computer, and it's mine, right? Now, Julie had an idea. I like Julie's idea, which is what you should do, Alan. This is all the folders in our company. So what you should do is create a separate folder called Power Program. So anytime you open up something, you save it onto your computer, that's your Power Program folder. So great question.
It's a great question. Catherine, what website do we log into? So Catherine, you can go to thepowerprogram.com or darrylspeaks.com. If you click on that button right there, then it'll take you to the site. You'll see the login up at the top, and bookmark that site. And if you have questions about that, again, our team is standing by there to help you guys. And they're happy to answer those kind of questions and teach you how to bookmark it, etc.
So gang, the Power Program, instead of us having a separate website, so we made it simple. It's like, all right, just know darrylspeaks.com, which, by the way, Darryl Speaks is my social media handle for everything: YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. So Darryl Speaks, everything. The website, darrylspeaks.com. And then at the top, it'll say login. Right now I'm logged in under Sarah, so that's why it says Sarah. So that's, Catherine, how you just go to darrylspeaks.com. You'll see login, just like Julie said. Okay, next question.
Matthew said, I had to step away from my webinar for a moment to answer the phone. It was a FSBO that I sent a Darryl letter to, and I was just invited to see his home on Sunday. That's awesome, Matthew. Those letters work.
Let me show you the letters. I'll tell you something. What you guys get as part of this program for $47 a month is just, like I said, it's not for everybody, but it is the people that are power agents. They'll tell you it is the best price, best value, best program by far of anything. So, and that we could be charging more than 47, which we're going to. We had a 47 because of the pandemic, and then we kept it, and we just kept it. But this year we're going to be raising it to where it should be. So don't miss out. Anyway, what was I going to? Oh, the letters. So if I were to, I'm going to go to farming, and I'm going to show you the letters. And again, it's alphabetical, right? So right now I'm in the C's and the D's. So E's for e-guides and flyers. I'm in the S for flyers. There's a lot of flyers in this chapter. And now I'm in the letters. And all of these letters are Word documents. So it is so incredibly easy to edit. But you'll see expired letter 1, expired letter 2. So there's a series of letters that you can send to expireds 9 days in a row. Then there's FSBO letters, which is what Matthew was just talking about. And so there's 12 of those. You got Halloween contests. I'm sorry. You remember that HUD statement I told you about, sending the HUD statement in January with the cover letter? Here is that HUD statement cover letter. Here's how to get off orphans. Ask your broker for those. Over the phone market analysis, professional retired agent, getting business from retired agents, looking for vacant land, so there's so much stuff. There's the questions for a survey, for a neighborhood survey. Then there's our newsletter. Anyway, it's just there's so much. What we did, gang, is we added this feature called Favorite. So that way, like, okay, I love the newsletter. Let me favorite the newsletter. And it goes into a separate tab. I'll show you. If I click on newsletter for January, it's now my favorite. If I go back to the classroom, you'll see a favorite. You see it says favorite. So if I click on favorite, this is mine. So every user has their own set of favorites. And it puts the last thing I clicked at the bottom. So you'll see that newsletter right there. There's the January newsletter. I just favorited. So out of the 700 pieces that are in there, these are the favorites that I like the most. And that's a good way to organize your stuff as well.
Awesome. You showed the questions earlier. We just on the coaching call this Monday, we had one of our power agents told us that he did the Facebook community group like we told him. And somebody asked for a plumber. He searched the group, found 2 plumbers, interviewed those plumbers, first recommended it to the person in the Facebook group, interviewed those plumbers, and now he's got a listing from one of the plumbers. I just love that. So those questions are in there for you.
Awesome.
Masuder says, do we have a mailing service?
Yes, we kind of do. Well, so our stuff, we don't have it where you design it and you save it on your computer, and then it's up to you to go do that. So where I'm saying yes is we have this company called AM Cards that does letters and greeting cards, but it's their product. Now you can, I'm sorry. Let me correct that. Back up. Do we have it now, Julie, where we can upload to AM Cards to print out for mail for us?
I believe so, but let me get that answer from Gail.
Yeah, so we're still working that kinks out with AM Cards. So for right now, let me just be protective and say, don't count on us having a mailing service for you, but at least we have the pieces for you to design.
We do have other print options if they go to the print portal, I believe.
Oh, yes, we do have print options that we recommend. Sorry. So if I go to print portal, right. Thanks, Julie. Mm-hmm. I haven't gotten that question in a long time. Here's some other print options and companies that we recommend. So there you go. Okay.
Oh, and Gail says yes, that AM Cards can do what we need them to do now. So
AM Cards. So the answer is yes, we have a mailing app. There you go.
That was round the corner to get to it, but awesome. I love it. Allie says, do some of the older materials that have been around for a while have great content, but updated graphics to be more modern? Allie, just reach out to our team if there's something specific that you're looking to have updated or that you're talking about. Just use that chat on the site and let us know. We're very responsive to you guys. If there's something you need, we're right here. I mean,
Allie, now this is good. Like any power agent, Allie, if you see something that you think is an old graphic, tell us what that is. Yeah, and I'll give it to our graphics guru. We have 700 pieces, Allie, so it's hard for us to stay on top of it. And I'll be honest with you, we're not looking back usually on stuff. You know, we're on to creating the next thing and the next thing, and so we trust. You know, we need you to tell us. You know, you open up something that we created like 3 years ago. We're not always checking it, and you say, hey, listen, there's some typo here, or the graphic looks nasty. Great, tell us, and we'll redo it for you if we agree with you. And most of the time we do, because our power agents. You know what? I'm going to tell you. Listen, I'm going to tell you why I think we're so responsive of creating stuff. And I've been training agents more than half my life that I've been on this planet. That's how long I've been in the training business. And I've never experienced, like when I was teaching live, and I was working for another company for a while too, man, power agents are just they're not demanding. They're not nasty. They're not like you owe it to me. Now that could also have something to do with the price of 47. They're like, we should probably charge 500 for it. But they're so kind to us. It inspires us to want to do more. The power agents are always acknowledging us and thanking us, and it fuels us. My team are like, whatever you guys want, man. You know, Julie, I didn't tell you this. One of the power agents, the question we had was from Bud Crane yesterday on the coaching call. And anyway, I answered his question wrong. April and I last night were in the car coming home from the premiere. It was 9:00 at night. And she said, did you answer Bud's question? I said, yeah. She said, and then she read it to me. I'm like, well, that's not what I said. I answered his question wrong. Anyway, I called his cell last night from the call to tell him this is how I should have coached you. But anyway, this is just, we love power agents is my point, you know, because you guys are so great. So
it's a different kind of coaching for sure. We're all in here. Gail just reminded me, for those who are wanting to see how to print, how to use these tools, how to customize, that she does a training every Thursday morning at 11. You can get to it either through the calendar or through webinar registration. I mean, if that's a Zoom call too with Gail. So that's just a deep dive Q&A. She walks through best practices. She walks through how to use the tools. She walks you through the onboarding, which maybe we want to show that too. So every Thursday.
So here's the calendar that Julie was just talking about. So there's tomorrow is Gail's session on walking through the Power Program website, and where you can ask her questions and she can show you stuff. But if you subscribe to this calendar, what'll happen is whatever you use digitally for your calendar, whether it's Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, whatever, if you say follow this calendar, it will populate your calendar. So that way you will have the schedule here already plugged into your phone and other devices. So that way you'll never miss a training, whether it's Monday coaching call, Talent Tuesday, Wednesday webinar, or Gail's walkthrough. We usually don't do anything on Friday. That's why you see it all empty there. You said, Julie, the walking people through. Now, listen, even existing power agents, if you haven't done this yet, you need to do this. Existing power agents, this thing called onboarding. When you click on onboarding, it's going to bring you to an 8-week program that walks you through how to get the most from the program, how to improve your skill. So let's say if I go to the first one, which is Module 1 Foundation, it'll have all of these tasks on what to do. And as you accomplish the task, you can check it off. I'm unchecking them right now. And then your points go up. So it gamifies it a little bit. But then it tells you to click over here. So for example, join the Facebook, the Power Agent Facebook group, and start connecting with fellow Power Agents. Now, if I click on this, it will actually bring me to the Power Agent Facebook group. So wherever you see these teal links, it'll bring you somewhere as well. So I highly recommend, and you don't have to do week 1, week 2. You can do, if you're ready, if you do week 1 in 2 days, go to the next module number 2, and there's your next set of to-dos, and bada bing, give yourself as you accomplish it. Okay.
Well, it's a great way to not get overwhelmed too. I know there's a lot here, but really this is like a buffet. Or what did you say last week that was so good? It wasn't a buffet. You used another analogy, but it was so good. Not Netflix, although Netflix is good.
Netflix is a good one. Yeah, I don't remember. All right. If there's not any other questions, Julie, I'm going to let these people get to work.
Okay.
So last call for alcohol right there. Click on that link there and brings you to the Power Program website. So become a Power Agent. Check us out for 30 days. $47 going to get you access to everything. And it will email you today's webinar and today's slides and the whole kit and caboodle. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate it. I want to thank you guys for listening. Thanks for staying as long as you did. And remember this, that what you do is you make a difference in the world. No joke. What you do is you help people get to their next level in their life. And the money you make is a gauge as to how many lives you've touched. So if you focus on making a difference in human beings' lives, being a real estate matchmaker for people, the money will show up for you, right? So don't focus on the money. Don't focus on the money. It's like losing weight. Don't focus on the scale. Focus on the activity. The scale will move if you focus on the activity. Focus on serving, not selling. Focus on coaching, not closing. Make a difference with people, and the scale will move. All right. God bless you, gang. Thank you very much for being a part of this. Please stay safe, stay focused, and of course, don't forget to keep smiling. Bye, everybody.